Alright, boys and girls, welcome to your final exam review video. This will be the first of three. I thought I'd try something new, so now you can see my creepy face to go with my creepy voice. But not for the whole thing, because no one could study doing that. I'm just playing around. So let's get started. As I alluded to, your final exam will be in three sections, and this first video will cover the first section, which is the true-false questions. Um, you're going to have approximately 25 true or false questions, approximately 20 multiple choice questions, and approximately 5 free response questions. I took this exam yesterday and it took me about 45 minutes, which should be plenty of time for you then to finish in an hour. I'm sorry, not an hour, hour and a half. I don't want you guys sitting there with nothing to do. So we're trying to make it 90 minutes. So let's go over the true false questions first, and then I'll make videos for the other two. And then you can watch your favorite over and over again, whichever one you feel you need the most work on. To properly prepare for this, you're going to want to look at vocabulary words for the true false section. That's basically what you're doing, answering questions about different vocabulary words. And here are some that I highlighted throughout that you want to look at again. Looking at sample versus a population. Remember, a population is the entire part, and a sample is a part of the population. So your true or false question could be, a population includes every member of the group that you want to sample, and you would say yes, or true, sorry, true, false, not yes, no. Look at the difference between response bias, undercoverage, and non-response. Remember, response bias is when someone is like embarrassed about their answer, so they might not tell the truth. Undercoverage is when segments of a population might get left out of a sample. And then non-response might be when you get that survey in the mail and you just kind of slide it into the recycling bin without looking at it. But look at the difference of those. So these are 5 words that you want to look for. And all of these came from I guess sample and population you were introduced to in chapter 1, but chapter 4 as well. And then response bias, undercoverage, and non-response you'll look in chapter 4 for. All right, some other ones you will want to look at. Remember, a treatment is something that is applied in an experiment. So that's what makes an experiment versus an observational study is the application of a treatment. Response variable, you're trying to see what changes. So you'll want to look at the difference between response variable and explanatory variable. Again, visit replication and treatment response variable and replication when you're looking for reading material will be in chapter 4. All right, then we get back to, or not back to, but we go kind of back to chapter 1 and chapter 2 with displaying data. And remember, we did frequency distributions. So you want to look at that and what they're best used for. And the same thing in that section where we're talking about displaying different types of data. Bar charts, pie charts, what are they best used for? Histograms, what are they best used for? The difference with bar charts and histograms, and one's for categorical data and one's for quantitative data. So make sure you know the difference in those. You'll want to know what an outlier is, and you'll want to know how to find an outlier. And remember, we use the 1.5 IQR rule. You'll want to be familiar with stem and leaf plots and what they look like and how to read the key, how to construct them. Look at variance and standard deviation. Remember, variance is sigma squared or s squared. Let's see if we can get a pen. So this guy is variance. This guy is standard deviation. So we can see that variance, or the square root of variance, is standard deviation. And those are population parameters if we were talking about a sample. Remember, their symbols used are this. But you want to know the relationship between those two. That's not bad writing for a mouse writing. Oops, actually I'm just do this variance and standard deviation. Boom, like that. All right. Let's see what other fun things we have. Um, Independent and mutually exclusive. These are things that we just talked about in chapter 5 with our probability. So give a visit to those things. And that doesn't cover everything that's in the true false section. It's just about everything that's in the true false section. Some are questions that I couldn't really give you without giving you the question. And of course we don't want to have the questions before the test. That's not good. So I'm going to wrap up this video. See, there's the scary face again. And see how this looks. Good luck in preparing for your exam, and I bet you can't wait till the next fun video.